So welcome to today's video, and we're going to show you how to get to Benidorm without flying. Look at this for our morning sunrise. We're on the ship, we're on Brittany ferries, and we're going to show you how to get to Benidorm without flying. We're going to take the train, we're going to take the bus, we're going to take the boat. There's a 30-hour journey or what? But stay tuned, all to look forward to. Look at this beautiful sunset. We're going to show you around the ship, everything, the whole shebang. And now we enter Rosslare port at 9 a.m. in the morning for this early sailing. It's going to be rough seas today, as I said, and the total trip costs around €242 because we did book a 4-berth cabin. And you can book a reserve seat if you want, but it might be difficult now to sit in a reserve seat for near 30 hours. But as you can see in Rosslare, there's vending machines, there's coffee, there's tea. But we brought our old homemade noodles, so you get the free hot water and you can help yourself at your leisure. You will notice there's PowerPoints and also Wi-Fi is available at Rosslare Harbour Station here. There's also booths where you can sit down, and there's also lockers available when they work. I couldn't find them working, so I didn't use them, but didn't need it anyway. So there is toilet facilities here at Rosslare Harbour, and there's also disability areas. Here we board our bus to get on the ferry, and it's going to take around 30 hours, and there is luggage storage as you can see here on the bus. And some people are bringing a great big whacking suitcases, some people are bringing their animals. You can bring pets on board, there's pet cabins, all cabins, we're going to test the food, we're going to try everything, we're going to show you a lot, so all to look forward to. Look at this for a great shot onto the ferry, and this is where the drivers really earn their dough, and the skill is unbelievable. I tell you, I wouldn't be able to do it myself. I'd have the whole place broke up, the side of the ferry, I'd go out the side. But anyway, we're on to our cabin, we're on deck 7 and 8. Let's go for a little look around, and here you'll see where the restaurants are. There's kids play area, there's a bar, exhibition, cinema, tapas, as we're going to Spain, Santander, and then we're going to take the train from Santander. As you can see, it's not very crowded there because it's near the winter season, but absolutely beautiful decorators, some Christmas festivity. But the journey, I have to say, it was a bit rough, and we're going to have more of that coming up. Didn't bother me too much. And look at this, you might even see wild orcas on our travels to Santander in the waters. What a beautiful journey, I have to say it was. And you'll also see great information. You can see bottlenose dolphins, pilot whales, anything goes. So what a great journey. This is kind of the luxury lounge. Didn't have a pass for it, didn't really need it, I don't think. And here's the Christmas spirit, festivities and lighting. So let's go down to our cabin for today, and we'll see what it's like. So you have kind of a paper key card system. I did lose my key, and you can get another one at reception should you lose, or guest services I should say. Look at this for our cabin. Absolutely comfortable, I must say. The bed was perfect. Now it is 4-berth cabin, so 4 people for the price of $242 can sleep here. Now it had EU style plugs, and also there was UK and Irish style plug system and USB charging, but it's best to bring both, as you don't know, you could get caught out sometimes. Also there's a window blind. You see the sockets. Here's the USB and UK Irish plug system I was on about. So it's USB and not USC. And look at this, a wellness and spa centre, foot care and massages, the whole shebang. Hopefully it's from some beautiful women on board, Spanish senoritas or what. So no harm, we'll maybe check that out later. And even for the ladies, you'll see there's nail care and nail polish and long lasted nail polish, whatever the hell that is. But anyway, it's there and at your service should you wish to avail of it. there is two bars on board, and you see the opening times. You see it serves Heineken, serves Birra Moretti, and wine. And here you'll see the cocktail prices. Pause if you wish to see further. Now, we can buy food passes. This doesn't cover drinks. Here's the lifeboat should we need to get off in a hurry. And here we're just going to take a look at the breakfast and the breakfast menu. So you'll see here that a full breakfast costs €9. So vegetarian breakfast also, cooked breakfast, €9. You'll see it coming up now. I have to say I didn't really like the bacon. It was Spanish style bacon. Wasn't the greatest. You'll see you can get desserts here. You can apple juice, orange juice, kind of yogurt. You can get pastries, the whole shebang. Different types of breakfast. There's sandwiches, the whole lot. Now your food pass could cover some of this, but it's not a full buffet style breakfast. Only the continental is full style breakfast. These pastries here you have to pay as you go at the till, unless you get the continental style breakfast. The full breakfast is not all you can eat neither. It's €9 as you see, and it's served two rashers, I think, two sausages, beans, and if you want extra items you pay accordingly.
Hello, are you okay? I just film here.
Now here you see the Spanish style bacon. I have to say it was fried within an inch of its life, so I didn't really fancy it too much. And the sausages, they weren't bad. They were kind of spicy sausages. The eggs, standard kind of eggs, and also you'll see mushrooms should you wish to avail of them, and beans. The beans were sound, a bit watery but not bad. Hash browns, could hit them off a brick wall and it'd still be intact. Now here in the breakfast room you'll see the continental breakfast. Apple juice, orange juice, pastries for €9. Not a great selection, to be honest with you. Could have been fresher. You have crepes, you have condiments here, bread. Not really much of a selection, but what you get for €9 this weather, not much. So continental I liked a bit better than the full breakfast, as it wasn't very tasty. And also you have a selection of teas, herbal teas, green tea and English breakfast tea and such. Now here's the breakfast. As you can see, the rashers weren't too great. The hash browns, as I said, not the best. The toast was kind of wheat bread. But here's the spa. We're going to go in and get a spa treatment after. But first we'll go outside and look. Waiting to see these windy conditions. Now also there's a smoking area here for those smokers. And rough seas today, stormy weather, and it was so stormy that even the top deck was closed off, so all to stay tuned for.
And Faltus, we're on our way to Benidorm.
Jay, she's a rough one, I tell you. The sea is rough. I think we're in for a turbulent ride now on this one. So hopefully things goes well. Ooh, that breakfast is rumbling in the tummy. You can hear the cabin shaking. Look at this, the bunk beds are shaking. Jesus Christ almighty, will we ever get to bed at all? Well, that's it now till the morning. So we're going to say lights out. And we're going to see can we get the good sunset in the morning. I have to say the cabin is lovely and comfortable. Now the great sunset is coming up, but we didn't get up actually in morning time. We had a couple hours sleep during the day, so we're going to go for dinner and show you. Look at this rough sea. And here is the dinner. So you'll see it's $16.50 for a main course and a dessert. And you'll see all the snacks and such accordingly. You can get sandwiches, you can get salads, and they looked pretty nice. The desserts looked very, very nice. But also the dinner was absolutely beautiful. I have to say, it looked amazing. And you'll see there was pork, there was rice, there was pasta, and there was spaghetti kind of bolognese. There was green beans, there was beans. We went for the pork stew. Look at this, it was absolutely delicious and the dessert amazing. Now I was wondering why nobody was here for the dinner, because I found out after talking to one of my friends on board that I met, and he said half of the more than half of the ship was seasick, and I was wondering why they weren't eating the dinner. Here you see the pet cabins. But so anyway, that's a word of caution. The sun deck here was closed, as you see, but a word of caution: do get your seasickness tablets, as some people do suffer seasickness. Not me. I had a big dinner, so cheers. I got on grand, I suppose. Here's the sick bags. So they were out in force. I saw them everywhere around the ship, and hence the rough seas. But look, it was a beautiful journey. You're going to see the amazing sunset coming up. Absolutely different from flying. At least you can walk around at your leisure. You can get a dinner, you can get a drink. There's place for the kids to run around, stretch out. So it is different, and it was a great journey, I have to say. But you see the seas are kind of still rough, but they do start to calm down as we approach the Bay of Biscay and on towards Santander. Here you see there is Wi-Fi on board, and you see the cost there and the prices for 3 hours, 40 hours, and different types of surfing, different types of speed and such. I couldn't get it to work, so I done without it and had a good old rest. So good morning, we're here. It's a bit windy still, but it's calmed down a good bit. We're going to get breakfast here now soon. We're going to walk here to get the continental breakfast, and then we're going to take a view over the sun deck, and we're going to see the lovely sunrise. You can see you do have your duty free on board also. And look at this for a morning sunrise, absolutely stunning. And for this morning's breakfast, we just go for the pastries, and you can get vegetarian and a cooked breakfast here, as you can see, for €9. And here we go for the croissants and some bread and butter, some apple juice and some lovely mango yogurt. And here's a view from around the sun deck, and you can see this is a kind of a cargo based ferry also, so there's a lot of truckers on board. Beautiful when the weather is not choppy, but it was very choppy today. But still a great journey, I have to say. And here we see ahead the port of Santander, Spain. We have arrived. Just outside the station Maritime, we got dropped off here now by the passenger bus. We're going to get a taxi to the train station in Santander, and we're going to get to Benidorm. We're going to show you how to get there by train, so follow us on through. So the taxi rank is not far from Santander station. We're just going to show you here. You walk along here and follow. Don't stop at the pub now and have a couple of vinos and cerveza. That means wine and beer. Keep going. We go to the taxi rank. and it's through the town centre. It's but I'd say 5 to 7 minutes walk away.
This is our car hire here. We're going to show you now one sec the car we hired. So what do you think? We're going to take the car hire instead, showing you how to get to Benidorm. We might think about driving in this car. Think it'll get us there.
And the taxi rank is right outside the autobus station here in Santander. And as I already said, it's only 5 to 7 minutes walk. Not far at all from the port when you get off at Santander, and a quite leisurely stroll along the beautiful town of Santander.
So we're just at the train station here in Santander. We're going to get the train here to Benidorm, so it's going to be around 10 hours.
And Santander is quite a lovely little station and a little village, beautiful little village I should say. Lovely little cafe to the side. We had some pastries and coffee, and here you can see there's ticket machines, there's a waiting office. There's only 1 or 2 platforms that I could see in this train station, so very pleasant, very relaxed vibe, as the Spanish are always very relaxed. You can get tickets here should you wish, and not book them on today, on the day, but we booked ours with Trainline and it cost €73.
So as we enjoy our cafe con leche and our croissant here while we wait for our train here to Benidorm, we'll have some reflections on what was the journey like so far. Well, I thought it was pretty good. The cabins were very nice and comfortable, although it was a choppy crossing on the ferry. It was very comfortable. Great journey, great experience. As you saw, the morning sunset was absolutely amazing, and we're looking forward to our train journey now. So as I said, come along and we'll head on towards the train.
And the platform is platform number 2, and here you'll see the waiting area, the Renfe waiting area, or waiting area in general. They're not too pushed in Spanish. Very relaxed vibe. As I said, you can wait there. Plenty of seating available. Here's our platform number 2, and let's board our train for today. And we're going to Alicante, and we have a stop off journey first. On board the train, you see there's great seating. Now it is a pretty old and tired looking seating, but it's comfortable nonetheless. Now we could have done with USB or socket point chargers. Didn't find any, so that wasn't a great point. But anyway, it was comfortable enough to seating for the journey. The view is absolutely made up for it. Here you'll see large luggage storage racks, plenty of space. The train was quiet, as it is kind of winter season. Brilliant journey though, I have to say. Let's enjoy some of the views for a bit on this magical journey.
can see the views near Valladolid and on towards Valladolid, I should say, are absolutely breathtaking. Look at the mountainous tops below. Beautiful scenery, beautiful scenery, lakes, valleys, absolutely stunning journey, I have to say. And I suggest this trip absolutely. The journey to Valladolid will take around 4 hours and 15 minutes, and then our continuation journey takes around another 5-6 hours. I'll tell you at the end. You can see the lovely train stations that we passed by, the beautiful old quaint Spanish style stations, beautiful castles we'll see here coming up. We passed, and even a statue what looked like Christ Redeemer, but Spanish version near Valladolid. Amazing. We now enter Valladolid train station, where we'll take a break and we'll take our next train journey to Alicante and then towards Benidorm. Down we go for our next train journey in Valladolid, but not before we make a little stop off. We're going to show you one cool restaurant here in Valladolid. That's Amber's. I'm waiting to see the chorizo and eggs and potatoes. Oh, absolutely mouth-watering.
Well, I tell you, after that lovely meal in Amber's, we're ready for round two. But I might ask you a favour while you're still watching. You might click that notification bell. Not all subscribers get notified. If you click the notification bell, it does help me with the channel and it brings it out to more people. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's get on with the second half of the journey to Alicante. Alicante.
And here we board our Alve train from Valladolid to Alicante terminal. And as you can see on board, there's a handy little map that tells you where we are in our journey. There's Valladolid, and you can see there's ample seating. We did have a reserved seat, so there is seating numbers. There's luggage storage at the front of the carriage. There's overhead luggage storage. You can see there's screens there. You can plug in for movies. The Wi-Fi worked perfect. There's seating, plenty of leg room, very comfortable. You can see the scannable menu here. There's also a carriage where you can get food, and you'll see here the charge points are here at this screen, USB and to USB-C. There's headphones, as I said. You can watch movies and such. And here you can see there's also 2-person and 4-person seat configuration style seating. You can see the comfortable leather interior. The headrests were perfect. Absolutely comfortable journey. This train goes up to 300 kilometers per hour. Fast train. Beautiful though. Brilliant. Top notch train, I have to say. And here you see your USB charge point. Don't forget your 3-pin socket should you be from another country and need it. There's the toilet facilities. Perfect, spotless clean. Can't fault them whatsoever. And you'll see here there is hand soap, hand wash. They work perfectly. There's a dryer, perfect again. There's a changer for baby changing facilities. Look at this, spotless clean, top notch. 2 Alvo and Spanish rail. And as I said, you can see this beautiful journey. Look at the skylines, absolutely amazing. We went from fog to rain, all different seasons, to sunshine and happiness, and this train journey is absolutely amazing. Up to 300 kilometers an hour. Brilliant journey. Look at this for views, top notch. So we'll let you enjoy some of the views here as we make our way to Alicante terminal. Do note that this train makes a stop at Madrid and then onwards to our journey, Alicante terminal. Now arrive at Alicante terminal station, and the journey ain't finished yet, so let's walk on through the Alicante terminal. And as I see, Alicante terminal got a bit of a revamp. Here you see some car hire booths, which I didn't notice before, so they got a small bit of a revamp.
Welcome to the streets of Alicante. We have one more journey left. We have to walk down this road here, bus to Lucero's tram station, and we're going to get to Benidorm then. Not finished yet. It's 9. Well, it's not. It's 8 p.m. So we probably have another hour to go. That's nearly 12 hours or more traveling. So follow me.
And we walked down the road to Lucero's train station or tram station, and the tram cost $2.80, and you can see this tram journey on my channel. But here we are on our way to Benidorm. We've arrived.
Well, let me tell you, there ain't no better place to watch the sun go down than Benidorm. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like and subscribe if you can. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. It does help me make more videos. Really appreciate it. Happy Christmas.